Greetings. Today we begin the conclusion of our series of the Rock of Ages from 1 Peter chapter 2 verses 4 through 8 with the fourth major subpoint, this rock upon men, God's judgment. 1 Peter 2:4 says, "To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of God and precious. Ye also as lively or living stones are built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Jesus Christ. Wherefore also it is contained in the scripture, Behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. Unto you therefore which believe, he is precious. But unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling, and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto they also were appointed." So let's consider this rock upon men, God's judgment. God's judgment of the nations is mentioned in the book of Daniel chapter 2, verses 44 and 45. "And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it brake in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. And the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure." So simply stated, this judgment will encompass the seventh vial judgment recorded in Revelation 6:17 through chapter 19 and verse 10 as it relates to the second coming of Christ. More particularly, to the second stage of the second coming, which is called the glorious appearing in Titus chapter 2 and verse 13, as opposed to his coming as a thief in the night, which is called the blessed hope in Titus 2:13. 1 Thessalonians 5:2 says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." Again, 2 Peter 3:20, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away," they'll die, "with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." This occurs at the end of the 7-week period, that is a week of years, which the Jewish people owe God from the 70 weeks of years from Daniel's prophecies. In Daniel chapter 9, we review beginning at verse 24. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city. And then he gives us a list of infinitives for the purpose. 1, to finish up the transgression. 2, to make an end of sins. 3, to make reconciliation for iniquity. 4, to bring in everlasting righteousness. 5, to seal up the vision and the prophecy. And 6, to anoint the most holy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublesome times. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. So we understand that Messiah was to be cut off at 7 plus 62, or 69 times 7 years. "And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolations are determined. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week," that is the 7th week that they owe, 1 week of years or 7 years. "And in the midst of the week shall he cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overshadowing or overspreading of the abominations, he shall make it desolate, even unto the consummation, and that determined shall be poured out upon the desolate.